Well, you're finally on that long-awaited vacay, and the only thing on your brain is fun and food if you're like me. But what you're forgetting is that you're a prime target for thieves who love to hit that cozy hotel room you've settled in. So, how can you outsmart the bad guys and keep your stuff safe? First of all, leave your prized possessions at home. I'm sure you have an important something you don't want to part with. But hey, do you really need that pair of diamond earrings or fancy watch on a beach vacation? And how exactly are you planning to use your pricey laptop on a sightseeing tour? If you don't need it, leave it at home and only pack the essentials. Make use of that safe. Even if you've decided to leave your precious things at home, you still probably have your passport, cash, and debit or credit cards with you. None of which you want to take with you if, say, you're at the beach. Luckily, most hotel rooms have a safe where you can store your valuables. Even if you have to pay for this service, it's usually worth the money. Just don't assume that in-room safes are foolproof. The thing is that almost all hotels have an emergency way to open them, be it a master code or a master key. And yes, those things can fall into the wrong hands. Also, most hotels warn that they're not responsible for any theft that occurs in the room, even things stolen from a personal safe. Yeah, the nerve. Luckily, there's one exception. If you leave your belongings in the safe behind the front desk, it will be the hotel's responsibility should something go missing. Use a lock for your electronics. Let's say you've decided to lug that laptop with you. Maybe your job requires you to take work with you on vacation. Ew, no thanks. Anyway, most laptops can be secured with a laptop cable lock. Just attach it to something immobile like a piece of furniture or a radiator. Then you can even leave your computer lying on the desk in your hotel room, although I still wouldn't be that bold. Ask for a room on a higher floor. It may not always be possible to choose a room when you check into a hotel, but if it is, go for the third floor and above. By all means, try to avoid a first-floor room, especially if it doesn't face the hotel's parking lot. If first-floor rooms are the only ones available, it better be one that opens to the hotel courtyard or even interior hallway. And no matter what floor your room is on, keep the windows locked and the curtains closed whenever you head out. Keep your room tidy. The problem with leaving things lying all around the place is that either the cleaning staff or people outside will see your belongings. But you're on the fourth floor, so you're good, right? I mean, I did just tell you that. Not quite. Don't underestimate the lengths or heights thieves these days will go just to get their hands on some expensive stuff. So always lock your things and souvenirs away in suitcases, even if you're just going out for a few hours. You can also take security luggage cables with you. They'll let you tie your bags to some stationary thing. Again, furniture, radiator, take your pick, as long as it doesn't move. Make your room look and sound occupied even when you're out. You can leave the radio or TV on, and don't switch the lights off. Just make sure the noise doesn't disturb your neighbors. Keeping the volume low but audible is best. Now, I know what you're thinking. There are hotels where you need to insert a key into a slot near the door to make everything work. What then, huh? Well, in this case, ask reception for a spare key. Make sure you've locked the door every time you leave your room. Now, hold on before you call me Captain Obvious. There have been times when I felt like I pretty much slammed the door closed when heading out. But then, living by my own advice here, I checked it only to find that it opened right up. Also, don't leave your door open or even slightly ajar if you make a short trip down the hall to, I don't know, help some elderly person with their bags or something. It doesn't take much time to sneak into a room and grab a cell phone from the table. Lock everything up you can, not only before you go out, but also when you get ready for bed. By everything, I mean the room door, balcony doors, and windows. In a lot of hotels, balconies are right next to each other, and a thief can easily climb across to get to your room. Don't leave anything important out on the balcony for the same reason. And one more thing, when you're in the room, use the additional lock at all times. Not just to prevent crime, but also to keep other guests from entering your room when you're completely unprepared for an unexpected visit. Yep, such things do happen when they make a mistake at the front desk and give a new visitor the wrong key. Keep the Do Not Disturb sign on your door at all times. Obviously, it'll keep the cleaning staff out of your room. Hey, unfortunately, there are those with sticky fingers. But it also helps prevent someone else from sneaking into your room while it's being freshened up. And if you decide to leave it off because you really need to have your room cleaned, take all your valuables with you or lock them up securely. However, you should know that the Do Not Disturb sign can't guarantee the cleaning staff will stay out of your room. To make sure nobody goes in there while you're away, call reception and say you don't want your room cleaned. Ask for a new set of electronic keys, not a duplicate, if you've lost yours. This way, the lock on your door will get reprogrammed so anyone who finds your lost key, or the person who purposely took it, can't get in. And don't assume that these high-tech doors can't get picked or hacked into. It does happen, so it's best to use all the other tips too in case your room gets broken into. At least the burglar won't find anything of value if they do get in. Don't flaunt your money. No, I'm not talking about making it rain in the hotel lobby. I mean, don't count your cash anywhere in public. Also, even if you've bought something awesome, don't pull it out of your bag to show your friends or travel companions. You're pretty much announcing the fact that you have disposable money to spend. Get it? Always be on the alert. If you hear someone knock on your door saying they're from the hotel staff while you haven't asked for room service, call the front desk. Open the door only after they confirm the person behind the door is indeed a hotel employee. Don't just count on seeing someone in a hotel uniform when you look through the peephole. You can never be too sure. And if you're still suspicious, don't unlock the security chain when you open the door. It's not paranoia, it's just being careful and alert. Now, just to prove that all these tips can really make a difference, check this out. About 42% of people who were victim to hotel theft left their belongings lying around the room. 45% didn't use the in-room safe. And almost 30% were bathing, lounging in the room, or sleeping when the theft happened. So, stay cautious at all times and don't let the relaxing vacation atmosphere cloud your judgment. Other than that, have fun out there. So, how do you protect your things while on vacation? Let me know down in the comments. If you learned something new today, then give this video a like and share it with a friend. But hey, don't go anywhere just yet. We have over 2,000 cool videos for you to check out. All you have to do is pick the left or right video, click on it, and enjoy. Stay on the bright side of life.